Good morning and happy Vlogtober, day 16. I am coming to you from the darkness. Again, it is 5:30 in the morning and I have forgotten to start my running watch, so please hold. And yes, it is critical that I start the watch because I totally count this walking part as part of my mileage. I'm doing a short run today because I need to leave earlier. I am leaving from my sister's home because all of my visits are a little bit more north in the Bay Area. This week is kind of a wash though, because where I have to go to is across the bay and it's equally far from my sister's house as well as my parents' house. But our mom stays with them during the week, so it's a little bit easier, a little bit less crowded to stay with my parents. So I will pack up the car today. I have 5 visits and then I will head across over to San Leandro where our parents' house is and be with them for the last 2 weeks of my trip. I will likely see my sister and her family again. Well, like in life, yes. But during this trip, probably for sure the last weekend that I'm here, it's our dad's birthday. So I'll definitely see them then, but I might be able to pop over to see them, but I also know her in-laws are coming in, so they've got a busy schedule. In terms of the knitting, I think things are going okay. You'll see on Gabs's vlog that we got to go to the Renaissance Fair yesterday, so I didn't get a ton of knitting done during the day. But what I was able to do in the evening time was actually quite a bit of progress on my Rhinebeck Roomies socks. So I have gotten all the way through the leg. Oh, fantastic. I love their lights, so it can kind of make me aglow, but we're about to lose it. So got through the leg, I got through the heel flap and the heel turn, and I have just started the gusset decreases on that sock. So I think I'm gonna focus on that to just have like one thing for sure off my plate, which will make me feel better in terms of the things that I felt like I had to have done in October. And then I think the next piece after that is focusing on the granny square blanket. I believe I only have like 6 colors left that I need to get through on that to be done with the amount of squares I've set forth. Gabs thinks I might need to do more squares on it. I have planning to do 64 squares to make kind of a lap blanket for our grandma, but she's like, you might need to do more, but then I don't have enough colors for that. So we'll see. I could borrow more colors from my sister, or at least get through the 64 that I have here. I actually have 3 extra. So I have 3 extra, plus the Rhinebeck Roomies socks are also a blue because I'm doing all blues and greens and grays and purples for that blanket. Those socks would be blue. My sister has some blue from her Stephen West MCal that she knows she's not going to use all of. I don't know. I feel conflicted about that one because I truly do just want to be done with it. But also, like, I don't want it to feel like it's like half done or much too small, more of a baby blanket than a lap blanket for my grandma. So I'll see. I'll lay it out once I have all 64 and take a look. Gabs also said I could start joining them and kind of get a gauge for how much like the joining adds to the squares. And also I will definitely block it to spread it out. So we'll see. I guess I ought to get to running this week. This is a bummer because I usually like to kick off with a longer run for the week to kind of get it out of the way. But I don't have the time to do this one. So I have a 2-mile run I have to do this week, a 3-mile, a 5-mile, and then another 8-mile. That one I'll do on Saturday with my dad. He'll bike with me while I run the 8-miler. But it's the 5-miler I'm struggling with. I might have to shift it down to like a 4, just given how early I have to be at some schools this week and where they're located. They're not particularly close, but I am off and we'll check in later. Hello, I am just hanging out before my last visit of the day, and I cannot believe I've gone through this many visits in this time. It is only 1:30. This next visit will start at 2 and probably will be done by 2:30, so I should be able to get home sooner rather than later, which is really nice. I am very tired. Typically, I'll do anywhere from 3 to 5 visits per day, and this was 5 different schools that I had, and like we're pretty much stacked, which is great because it's efficient. I get to go home earlier, but I am tired, and my presentations are starting to run together in my mind. I have not worked on my knitting, and I have such trouble being able to work on my knitting between visits. I have this urge to just doom scroll on my phone. That's what I want to do. And I feel like I should just let myself do that. I wonder why though, because usually knitting is my pastime that I want to do in between stuff. But I don't know, I gotta get it out and put it all back. And I kind of just feel like sitting here not thinking even a little bit. And that's probably what it is that even knitting while mindless is there is still some counting, there is still some paying attention. And I just truly want my mind to be mush at this point. But with my day ending earlier, that gives me more time to get home. I'll be with my dad tonight and probably will be able to get some good progress on some of the things I've been working on. So I'm going to hang out here before I go to this last visit of the day. Well, I'm at my parents' house and I was craving a little dessert after Hawaiian barbecue. Turns out we only have Otter Pops, but these are still delicious and full of nostalgia. So here we are, time to enjoy my Otter Pop and the rest of the shark movie with my dad. Hee hee, almost done with the foot, and I've got Gabs to keep me company. And it's about 7 o'clock, so I think I can get through the foot, at least start the toe. Do we think we could even make it through the toe to finish this bad boy? Let's see. Well, I've done it. I have completed the socks and thus completed my, my first Vlogtober project, I want to say. These are the Rhinebeck Roomies socks, patterned by Kay, the crazy sock lady. And these were my October sock swap with my sister. Aunt Jenny makes yarn, and I still have yet to look up what colorway this was exactly. I'm pretty sure it's waves or ocean waves, but this came out so good. I am so pleased with them. I'm glad I went for a little bit longer, not longer than normal, but I was I want to catch up with Gab. So I thought I was going to make shorties, but I really don't know if I'm into shorties for my socks. So I'm very excited to be done with these. I'm thinking that I'm going to use, because I have quite a bit of leftover here and it's blue, so I think I'm going to use it in the blanket for my Vubby, and maybe swap out one of the other ones, or we still haven't decided if we're adding more. So I'm going to probably knit up a granny square using this. And then the beauty of being at my parents' house is I know where all the stuff is, or also same at my sister's house. So, I haven't mentioned this, I don't think, on Vlogtober or in a while, but I do like to save the ends from all of my projects. So I have them in a little Ziploc here that I have commandeered from my parents' Ziploc bag drawer. And I save them because I like to put them into glass ornaments. Just a bunch, so I put them all in a jar, and then right before Vlogmas, I use all the ends from that year and put them into different glass ornaments to make my yarn tree. And I've been doing this at least for the past 2 years, and typically hang them on like my small little like light up birch trees, but I think I actually have enough to do an entire tree of just these yarn ornaments. So I did get a tree, an extra tree last year specifically for the craft room, and because it was on sale, because it was after Christmas. And so I am definitely one of those I want to decorate for Christmas yesterday kind of people, but I'm holding off. But I'm so excited to be able to decorate for Vlogmas this year. I had so much fun doing it last year and acquiring new things. And so I'm excited for this year's yarn tree, especially because the craft room wasn't redone last year, so I wasn't spending as much time in it, but now it's completely redone in such a special space that I'm very excited to put that in, put that together. So these have been saved, and there's one project I do not have to worry about for October because I have met the deadline and completed it before October 31st. Now the new goal is to finish the granny squares left for Vubby, and I could start joining them, or mayhaps I should focus on finishing the rest of the other projects before doing the join, because by that time I will be back home, and then if I want to do extras, I'll have an entire like slew of blues to choose from if I wanted to add more colors to it. Oh, the one thing I wanted to say at the sock is, can you tell which is the, what did she call it? The Latvian something, the special cast on that I did with my sister for Nick Kelly's labor number 6. I don't actually think you can tell the difference. So, oh yes, well, I think it's this one. This is the other cast on. This is my normal like long tail cast on that I do. So I can't really tell the difference. So for me, I don't think it's going to be in my, gonna be one of my, or my cast on method. I really only do one way. I don't really listen. So it was fun. It was nice. I'm glad we learned how to do it. Probably won't do it again. And mostly because you can't tell the difference. So here we are. Okay, I better go locate the rest of my knitting projects, probably turn in because I do have an early day tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching Vlogmas Day 16, and we'll see you soon.